You know, it's funny, one of my favorite ways to reference myself and my work is as a scientist. And what is the job of a scientist? Traditionally, the job of a scientist is not to try to prove law or create theory, but rather to test hypothesis over and over, trying to disprove, constantly trying to disprove hypothesis. That is the job of a scientist utilizing the scientific method. So for me, my hypothesis testing comes by way of nutrition, mainly through an animal-based diet, carnivore diet, lion diet, because I'm constantly testing the hypothesis of how can this be? How can this be, literally? How can, by simply eating a certain way, my mood completely changes, improves? My anxiety goes away, my depression goes away, the inflammation throughout my body goes away, my cravings go away, my relationships get better romantically, professionally, personally, and otherwise. My sleep improves, my bowel movements improve, my urine improves, my libido goes through the roof. How can all this be possible simply by choosing to eat a certain way or by abstaining from other certain types of food? So yeah, I am constantly trying to disprove that fucking hypothesis because part of me doesn't want to believe that. Why? Because I want to eat cereal, I want to eat ice cream, I want to eat waffles, I want to eat French toast, I want to eat fruit, I want to eat chips, I want to eat popcorn, I want to eat junk food, and god damn it, I just want to eat whatever the fuck I want. Because that's what I want to do, because it gives me pleasure, it tastes good, it feels good, it reminds me of good times as a child and as a youth and otherwise, like, evokes good memory. And because I fucking enjoy them. But feeling is understanding. And how eating an animal-based carnivore and lion diet makes me feel compared to how eating those other foods, though they are great momentarily on the palate and in the brain, and for a few minutes after that, like, God, it is almost guaranteed that my sleep's gonna get jacked up for sure that night. My dreams are gonna be all out of whack. I'm not gonna wanna get out of bed the next morning. Like, I'll literally be depressed and be like, no, I wanna stay in bed and just hide in the sheets. And I've even had thoughts of, like, not suicidal, but if I don't wake up, whatever, I'll just sleep and life's over, no big deal. Like, that's not a suicidal thought, but not wanting to wake up, I'd say that's pretty not good either, right? And literally, by having refined carbohydrates and other types of processed foods, sugars and whatnot, I fucking feel that way. So like, yeah, in the moment it's great and I enjoy the food, you know, and don't get me wrong, I go fucking ham with my stuff, like mountains of ice cream and cookies and cereal on top and all kind of other stuff. So I'm definitely pushing the limit of, like, you know, insulin response, but like, fuck, to feel that bad is remarkable to me. And that's why I say I'm a scientist constantly trying to disprove the hypothesis, because I keep going on these runs, whether it's 30 days of strict carnivore, 66 days of strict carnivore, 66 days of strict carnivore, OMAD, 1 meal a day, while in a deficit, and now going 100 days of the lion diet, which I failed at the first time the other day. I got like 12 days into it and I snapped, had some cookies and ice cream and pizza because I was mad and I was like, fuck this, I don't need it. I don't need to do this right now. And sure enough, I did, and I felt bad immediately afterwards. Dreams, all the other things, like I said, happened. And now here I am a couple of days back into it and already feeling great again. So that constantly trying to test and disprove the hypothesis, it drives me mad in a good way. Because again, how can it be this way when everything else around me, family, friends, colleagues, peers, and otherwise, are eating the way most people are eating? And what about them? Well, they're feeling the way most people are feeling. And at the same time, a lot of them can't feel the things I'm talking about because their nerves, their senses are so convoluted by those impurities that they can't feel it, they can't see it, they can't believe it, because they're not operating at an optimal human level or an optimal level of humanity. This isn't about being a super being. This is about being like normal. And it's the fact that most of us are in such a freaking deficit. Just like, you know, with alcohol, when you're drinking a lot, you build up a tolerance, your BAC, your blood alcohol content. goes up. And as long as there's booze continuously in the system, you're able to kind of bounce back quickly. That's why when you're drunk, like I've been, your hangovers aren't nearly that bad and you can pretty much continue to play. Whereas when you abstain for quite a while and then you drink, it's like, whoa, you know, that 1 or 2 drinks freaking puts you on your ass, not just in the moment, but the after effects, the rippling effects can last for days or weeks because of how sensitive you become to the alcohol because it's no longer in your blood. Your BAC is 0, right? It's the same thing with having refined sugars and processed foods, carbs on board. The longer you have that glycogen in your body from those elements, the more your, not BAC, but you know, like your glycogen content or your impure glycogen content or refined sugar, processed carb glycogen content is elevated. So you've got all that on deck to where your tolerance is up. But when that goes away, and this is what happens through an elimination diet a la animal-based, definitely carnivore, and most definitely lion diet, you realize how easy it is to identify items that make you feel adversely. So when you abstain for that long and then you reintroduce things singularly like blueberries or dark chocolate or whatever item it might be, cereal, you can see like, wow, this one thing really makes me feel that bad. And you can't ever get that way unless you do some type of an elimination diet, which is why I keep doing these things, because again, I'm breaking down and testing hypotheses over and over and over. And still being a human being, it's like, again, I don't want to believe it because it's like, fuck, like, don't tell me I can't, like, if I eat any of this stuff, I'm going to feel this way. And it's not about not eating it or that I can't do it or that I'm denying myself from doing it. I'm just mystified by the results. I'm marveled by the results. Like it blows my fucking mind to realize that it's not the food, carnivore, lion diet, that's making you feel so great. That is giving you the sustenance, yes, for the body to operate and to thrive, but all the healing that takes place, all the miracles, all the inflammation that goes away, all the autoimmune diseases that go away, all the depression, anxiety, the increases in libido, all the things that change, it's not the food that's doing that. That's your body doing it on its own, which it's always been able to do, but it's just never had the capacity because of always being in a constant state of stress. How about them apples? So that's what I keep going back to and thinking like, damn, this is amazing. Because yeah, it's not the meat that's doing it to the body. Yes, the meat is important, it's nourishing, it's giving you the sustenance and the nutrients, the enzymes, the vitamins, the minerals, the amino acid profiles, obviously the macros. But it's what it allows your body to do, which is its natural healing process. The body is a self-healer, self-cleaner, self-regulator, right? That homeostatic maintenance that we have, our ability to maintain homeostasis. That's what makes the body amazing. And it gets disrupted, that ability to maintain homeostasis gets disrupted because we're constantly throwing variables into the tank by way of impurities, adulterants, dilutants. And almost all of those are through what we consume. That's why I say the single most effective thing we can do as human beings in regards to our health is controlling what we put into our fucking mouths. Period. You would never think so, but that is the crux of it. So again, by doing these elimination diets, particularly carnivore, and particularly even more so, the lion diet, you are able to strip down everything and say, okay, I feel great right now, I'm thriving, rocking and rolling, sleep is awesome, sex drive is through the roof, no depression, no anxiety, no inflammation, strong and recovering fast. Okay, I want to try and see how something else makes me feel. So you do one of these diets for like a minimum of 30 days. Notice I said minimum of 30 days. Not 2 weeks, not 21, minimum of 30. And then you reintroduce the item singularly, and then you can feel what it's like, whether or not this one item brings your inflammation back, it brings your anxiety back. Jake, but it doesn't really matter, like it's not all about a diet. And I'm not saying it's all about that, but I am saying that it does matter, and I am saying that you too can find out these same things. This is not me being an N of one or a specialist on some random, edge of kookness. Any of us can do this. Anybody and anybody, one word and two words, can do this. But again, you can't feel it because of too many things that are coming into your own system, right? So if you think of it like a bouncer at a nightclub, and it's just the one person every night that's the regular that pays their bill, doesn't even drink, keeps the bar clean, super respectful. We love that person. Come on in, come on in. The staff doesn't even have to look, right? We can keep no eyes needed, no extra security. The place is immaculate. We can clean house, we can do things because this person is so well behaved that we never have to worry about having any issues. So the club runs great. Now when it's this person with his or her crew of misfits, and they're all loose hairs and wild cannons, we don't know how they're gonna act. Sometimes they get in fights, sometimes they pee on the floor, sometimes they light things on fire, sometimes they bring drugs in. They're always causing chaos. We have to call extra staff, then we have to call the fire department, sometimes the police department, sometimes private security. The club gets damaged, we can't keep it up, and over time it gets into disarray. Everything's dirty, shit's falling apart. Why? Because of those variables. This is the same thing like the body. When you can create singularity with just that one thing that it's consuming and it's thriving, it doesn't have to look who it is. It's easy. The house gets clean. There's no problems going on. There's no complication. That is having a single diet, a single item diet, a single piece of sustenance diet. And you cannot do that unless it's an animal-based diet, mainly carnivore or lion. You can't get that out of an avocado. You can't get that out of a coconut. You can't get that out of spinach. It's not gonna, you're not gonna last, and it would take crazy amounts of spinach to do that, whereas just a fistful of steak can give you all that and allow you then to experiment singularly with reintroducing those other foods. But until you do that, you can't. You'll never know who the culprit is or why you have arthritis, why you have inflammation, why you feel this way, why you're depressed, why you're afraid, why you can't think of X, Y, Z for writer's block or seeing the vision of the future you're trying to create, or why you can't have good interpersonal relationships. You will never be able to self-diagnose properly so long as you continue to have all those variables coming in. So again, that is my hypothesis. That is why I could keep testing it, because in part I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe that foods are that powerful, but they are. So whether I want to believe it or not, it doesn't matter, because it's a fact. So see what you think about it.